There was movement on the stalled Black Sea grain deal Monday. It came during a meeting in Russia between Vladimir Putin and Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan. After their first face-to-face meeting since last year, the Turkish president said he thought it would soon be possible to revive the agreement that helped get Ukrainian grain to market and eased a global food crisis.
Bu kapsamda Birleşmiş Milletler'le
In this context, we prepared a package containing new suggestions in consultation with the United Nations.
bu yeni süreç vasıtasıyla netice almanın
I think it's possible to get results with this new process. As Turkey, we believe that we will hopefully reach a solution that will meet expectations in a short time.
yapacağımıza inanıyorum.
Russia quit the deal in July, a year after it was brokered by the UN and Turkey. Moscow complained its own food and fertilizer exports faced obstacles and claimed that not enough Ukrainian grain was going to countries in need. Erdogan played a key role in convincing Putin to stick with the deal before. Putin said Monday the West was still restricting Russian agricultural exports and Russia would be ready to return to it when all agreements relevant to the accord are fulfilled.
I would like to reiterate our principled position. We will be ready to consider the possibility of reanimating the grain deal. I once again told the President about this today, and we will do this as soon as all the agreements on lifting restrictions on the export of Russian agricultural products, which are recorded in it, are fully implemented.
Russia and Ukraine are two of the world's key agricultural producers. Moscow has blockaded Ukrainian Black Sea ports since it invaded its neighbour. It's also threatened to treat all vessels as potential military targets after pulling out of the UN-backed deal. And ahead of Monday's talks, Ukrainian officials said Russia launched an overnight air attack on one of their major grain exporting ports. Putin has said before his country could return to the deal if the West fulfills a separate agreement made with the UN to facilitate Russian food and fertilizer exports. These Russian exports are not subject to Western sanctions imposed after the invasion, but Moscow has said restrictions on payments, logistics and insurance have hindered shipments.
Well, it's drastic because quite many poor countries in Africa, in Middle East, in Asia are very much dependent on the foodstuffs on this deal. So therefore, not reviving of this deal can have a drastic impacts in places like Somalia, but also in Egypt, which is also very much dependent on the grains coming from the Black Sea. So therefore, non-resumption of this deal can have quite a negative impact on the food insecurity, in particular for the countries in the global south, in Africa and Middle East.